Hey, what's going on, guys? I have a few updates on the $1,400 third stimulus check and the new just announced ban on foreclosures and eviction. Let's get into it. But first, guys, as always, before we get started, do me a favor. Thumbs up this video so you can help more people to watch it, and also subscribe so you don't miss any of our next videos. Thanks. Today, the Biden administration announced an extension to the ban on foreclosures and evictions until the end of June. In addition, President Biden promised to give homeowners more time to enroll in the forbearance program. And also, homeowners who are behind on their payment can request a pause or reduction on monthly payments until the end of June. Homeowners can get up to 6 months additional payment forbearance and 3-month increments for those who started forbearance in June 2020. And now to the $1,400 third stimulus check. The president will speak to the American people tonight. I think it's going to be on CNN at 9 p.m. Eastern. The whole point is to make his case on the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, since they're not getting any support from the Republicans. I'll be sure to watch, and if anything else comes up, anything new, guys, I'll bring it to you as quickly as possible. As of right now, we know the bill is still being worked on. The one hiccup from that bill, guys, is the $15 an hour minimum wage. So far, remember, the Democrats, they cannot afford to lose any votes because they only have 50. The vice president makes that 51. So far, we have 2 Senate from the Democratic side who said they cannot support the bill with the $15 an hour minimum wage. That is Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. This is one issue. They have to absolutely work out from their own side if they are planning to move this bill forward and use the reconciliation process to pass it. That's required only 51 votes. Because as of right now, we are not aware of any Republican, at least publicly, who will support the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. And the Democrats are moving ahead with just the simple majority that they have to pass this bill.
Given that it looks like this pandemic relief, at least the first bill, is going to be a partisan effort, not a bipartisan effort, how does he build on that promise he made in the campaign to bring the country together?
Well, George, let's be clear. President Biden has met and met, spoken and spoken with bipartisan groups of senators. There are 10 Republican senators who are still negotiating with the White House, with a group of Democrats, about trying to find a bipartisan path for an appropriately bold and broad relief package. If they get to a number and a scope that meets President Biden's goals, I think that's a good outcome. But we in the House and Senate, Democrats, have provided a pathway so that if a month from now, as unemployment checks are at the verge of stopping for 10 million Americans, we can proceed with a Democrat-only bill. President Biden is uniting the American people. He is moving forward on relief that has the support of 3/4 of the American people. And from the way he spoke at his inauguration to the actions he's taken in his first couple of weeks, he is showing us what real presidential leadership looks like.
So when should we expect to see this bill done, voted on, passed, and hopefully get to the president for a signature? Well, according to the House Speaker, the goal is to get this bill done, voted on, and passed by the end of this month. If not, at least by the first week of March. Well, if they can manage to do that, you can expect to see your third stimulus check right around the time that you're receiving your tax refund, if you are expecting one. Because we know they can get this out as quickly as possible in December. After President Trump signed the second stimulus check, the check went out 3 days after the president's signature. So we can expect pretty much the same thing. And quick note, for those of you who did not qualify because you made more than 75 as a single filer or 150 as a couple filing jointly under the first or the second stimulus package. If your situation is still the same, you may still not qualify for the third stimulus check. But if your income was less in 2020 and you now qualify to receive the third stimulus check, my advice to you is to file your tax return as soon as possible, electronically, as quickly as you can, so you can receive the third stimulus check, because the IRS use your last filed tax return to qualify you for your stimulus check. And for those of you who did receive the first and the second stimulus check based on your 2019 or 2018 tax returns, and in 2020 you made a lot more than you did in 2019, my advice to you, if you're outside of the qualification brackets, which means over 75 as a single filer and 150 as a married couple, my advice to you is to wait until after the stimulus package passes so you can file your tax return, or else you'll fall outside of that bracket. You will not get the third stimulus check. And that's it for today, guys. I will be watching the president message tonight to the nation. If anything new comes out of that, I'll bring it to you as quickly as possible. As always, thank you again for watching. If this is your first time here, my name is Paul with Sunset Realty, and if you made it this far, please subscribe so you don't miss any of our next videos. I will see you in the next one. Thanks.